Hi, I'm Tom with the SPB production channel, and in this video I will show you how to create wall types with material layers in Bonsai BIM. So this is my finished example where you can see this wall type has just a structure layer and it's a brick material. This one has 4 layers, it's finishing, stucco, then the insulation of polystyrene, structure layer is concrete, and the finishing layer is again stucco. And this one is quite similar, but the structure layer is the brick material. So this tutorial will show you how to create wall types in Bonsai, and it is also useful for those who don't work in Bonsai but want to learn about how the IFC schema works, because Bonsai BIM is IFC native authoring tool, and you will learn how the IfcMaterialLayerSet works in the IFC schema. I'm using Bonsai 0.8.5 in this tutorial. So let's script this finished result. And let's start with the new IFC project, and I will use the one with meters. So I've got IFC4 project in meters. And I will create a default wall type. So I will select the wall tool, and then I will quick create IFC wall type, and I will create a wall. So I will click add and click here and make the wall 5 meters long and hit enter. So this is my default wall and the default wall type. So if I click on the object information, you can see that the wall type is this unnamed. And if I select it, I can change the name. So I will go to edit and change it to default wall. So I will know that this is my default wall type, and you can also see the types here in the project tree. Now even this simple wall has defined IfcMaterialLayerSet, and if I want to see the material, I will again select the wall type, and I will go to this Geometry and Material tab, and I will make it a bit wider. And here you can see that the IfcMaterialLayerSet is this one. Its total thickness is 0.1 meters, and the material, this is the layer, and the material is unknown, which is the default material. So we will leave this default wall as it is, and we will create a new wall type. So while having the wall tool still selected, I will click this button which shows the wall types in my project, and I want to create a new one. So I will click this create new IFC wall type, and I will change it from movable to solid wall, and I will name it W01. This will be our first wall type, and I don't need a description, so I will click OK. And you can see that I've got a new wall type here. And now I will close this type manager, and I will make sure that I've got the wall type selected. So here you can see that I've got the W01 wall selected, and you can see that the IfcMaterialSet is the one as the default wall, and I want to change this. And let's say I wanted to create just a simple wall type, a 30 centimeters thick one with a brick material. How would I do that? Now, before I jump into creating IfcMaterialLayerSet, I need to have the brick material here. So I will go to the material drop down, and this, I have just one material in the project. If I want to work with materials, I will click this button, load materials, and you can see if I click this drop down, I've got uncategorized materials, just one. This is the unknown, and it's assigned to 3 objects. And if I want to create a new material, I will click this plus button, and this creates a new material. So I will name it brick material. I could choose description or category, but I will leave it uncategorized. So I will click OK. And you can see that I created a brick material this way. So now, to not make it confusing, I will click this button to drop up the creation of materials, and you can see that I have already 2 materials in my project. Now here under materials, I have got IfcMaterial selected, but if I click this drop down, you can see that you can also manage your IfcMaterial layer sets or other IfcMaterial related objects. So I will select IfcMaterial layer set, and if I click this drop down, you can see that I have 2 unnamed IfcMaterial layer sets in my project. And one of them is this one. So I will not edit them from here, and I will close this material layer set management, and I will edit it from here because I know that this is assigned just to this W01 wall type. And to edit this material layer set, I will click this button, and now I can change the layer set name. So I will name it W01, and the description will be simple brick layer set. And if I hit this button, you can see that it's renamed and the description is there. The name does not have to be the same as the type name, but it can be. And now we will finally get to changing the material layers. And for that, again, I will use this button. It's the same button. I could have done it previously, but I wanted to show you. And this is the current layer of the unnamed and unknown material. So if I wanted to delete it, I cannot, because at least one layer must exist in a material layer set. So I will actually edit this layer. So I will click again this pencil button. And now I'm editing the layer thickness and layer properties. So the thickness is, I said I wanted to have it 30 centimeters. And the material, these I could fill in. So I can actually, a name will be structure, because it's structural layer, and the description will be brick. And the material, here I'm choosing the material from my project, so I can click this drop down and I can select the brick material. So these are the changes that I'm doing to my layer. And now I will save those changes, and you can see that this is the name I have added to the layer, and this is the material. So again, so the name is structure and this is the material. So I could, if I did not do any changes, I could save changes, or I could exit this without saving the changes. So now I have got the layer set up, and I can also save the material set because I'm still editing the material layer set. So I will click this checkbox to save the changes, and these are the changes that I have done to the W01 wall type. Now here nothing has changed because this wall is using the default wall type, and if I change this, you can watch the thickness. If I change it, and for the wall type instead of default wall, I will select the W01. You can see that the thickness has changed according to the setting of the material layer set. And of course, when I'm creating a new wall, I'm adding a wall, I have the option to set the wall type to W01. And if I add wall here and I make it 4 meters long, you can see that the wall has the same thickness and the same properties. It's just, the wall type 01. Let me switch to orthographic viewing mode. And so now we have got this material layer set done, but what we also want to add is the color, so we can then differentiate the wall layers, because by default they have all the same color. Or in IFC schema, this is called a style. For us, this will be IfcSurfaceStyle because it's the surface color. So it's important to note that the material, the brick material that we created, does not define the appearance properties of the object or the material. And the appearance properties are defined by these surface style, either surface style, fill or fill area style. So if I want to manage these styles, I will again click this button, and this will show me the surface styles that are in my project, and I can see that there's none. So I will add one by clicking this button, and I have to scroll down. I will name it brick style, and I will let this be as it is, and the color will be, I will give it a red color and not that bright, and I will save the new style. So I've got now this brick style, and now I want to assign this brick style to my brick material. So I will actually close the management of the surface styles, so I'm not confused by it. And I want to go to the management of materials, but not the material layer sets, but the management of materials. And I will again click this drop down here, and I will select the brick material. And here from these icons, I will click this enable editing material style, this crystal ball. So I will click it, and now I can assign style, and here I have a drop down of my styles, and you can see that I have only one style available, brick style. So I will assign this style, and once I assign it, you can see that immediately in my project the walls have changed their styles according to how the material has been assigned. So now I can click this button to hide the management of materials, so I'm not overwhelmed by all of these menus. So this is basically all you need to know to create wall type with IfcMaterialLayerSet with material and a style. And it's important to note that the material is independent of how it looks like, of the style, and the materials are joined into the IfcMaterialLayerSet, and these IfcMaterialLayerSets can be used to define objects like walls or slabs. Okay, so let's now actually create a new wall type, W02, which would be actually a layered wall, where I would have a finishing layer of stucco of 2 centimeters, then the brick layer of 30 centimeters, then an insulation layers, let's say 25 centimeters of polystyrene, and then again the finishing layer stucco of 2 centimeters. So let's first prepare the materials and styles. So let's go to styles, and let's click this drop down, and we have got the brick style. To create a new style, I will click this button, and here I will change the name from brick style to I will name it white stucco, and I will change the color to white and save a new style. So I've got a new style here, and then another style, and I will name this one yellow insulation, and I will use the bright yellow color. Okay, and I will save this style. So now I've got basically the surface styles created. So I will hide this management panel for now, and now I will create actually the materials. So I will click this drop down, and I want to create a new material. So again, I will click this plus button and I will name the material Stucco and hit OK. And now here I will select it and I want to assign the surface style to the Stucco. So I will click this crystal ball and I will select the surface style, the white Stucco, and assign the style. So this material is created also with the style, and I will create another new material. So click here and this will be polystyrene. Okay, and I want to again assign the surface style, so I will click the crystal ball and select the yellow insulation. So my materials are defined. So again, I will click this button to hide the materials management. And now I will create a new wall type. So I will click this button for wall type management. I will create a new wall type. The name will be W02. And again, it's not movable, but solid wall. Hit OK. And now I will close this. I will make sure that I've got this wall type 0W2 selected. And you can see that it's again created with this default material layer set. And I want to edit that one. So I will click this pencil and I will change the layer set name to W02. And the description is exterior brick wall layer set. And here I will make it so that I can check that it's okay, and I will go to edit again to actually set up the material layers. So I will edit this one and I will change the thickness to 0.3 and the name is structure layer, and the material is the brick material. So this one is the core, and now I will add another one, and actually I will add the polystyrene. So I will select the material and add the layer with this material. It's unnamed, so I will have to edit this, and also the thickness is not correct. So I will edit this material layer and I will name it insulation, and the material is correct, but the thickness, I said I wanted it to have 0.25 meters thickness. So these are my core layer and the insulation layer. Now I will add the Stucco layer. So it's added here. So again, I will edit it. And first I will change the thickness to 0.02 meters. And the name is finishing. And it's Stucco, so that's correct. So I will save changes. And now, because I know this layer will be also at the inner side of the wall, I will just click this duplicate layer. So the layer is duplicated with the same properties. And now I can move them up or down. So I will click this button and click this button. And these are my layers. So this looks correct. So now I will save the material layer set by clicking this checkbox. You can see this material layer set. And now if I've got this wall type already active. So if I create a wall, again 5 meters long, hit enter, you can see that it's created with these 4 layers. So it's the 2 centimeter Stucco, then it's the 30 centimeters of brick layer, then 25 centimeters polystyrene insulation, and then 2 centimeters of stucco again on the outside. And again, you can see that if I select this object, this wall occurrence, and I change the wall type. Oh, I selected all of the wall types, so I will reselect just this one, and I will edit which type it is defined by. So I will select W02. It actually the layer system is applied. And what's nice about this system is that if you change the material layer set, the walls also change. So let me go to this type, and let's say I made a mistake and the insulation thickness should be 40 centimeters, not 25. So I will go to the edit and I will edit the insulation layer, and I will change the thickness to 0.4 meters. Save changes, and you can see that the insulation thickness has changed, and it also changed on this wall. So this is basically fully parametric system. So with this knowledge, you will be able to create any layered wall type or slab type. Now stay tuned to the SPB production channel, because in my next tutorial I will explain how to define wall joints with regards to wall layers, so you can actually define how the layers are merged at the wall joints. This is quite important topic, and it's also part of the IFC schema. Now, if you want to learn how to use Bonsai BIM for professional architectural work, I would recommend you to purchase the video course by Ryan Schultz, which explains how to create a professional BIM project from start to end in Bonsai. The link to the course is in the description box below. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next one.